You will be amazed at how easy this is. Delicious Thai red curry. When you add in meatballs, I always think that's an upgrade. You can do this in under an hour, which I think is key for any weeknight dinner. And there's not a lot of prep to it either. Thinly slice some peppers, as well as some green onions. Whoa. I'm going to slice the tops of them separately so we can use them as garnish. And then we just need to grate some garlic and ginger. And that's the prep done. Then we can make the meatballs. I've got turkey mince because it's Christmas, but you know, chicken's a classic, pork will work really nicely. Got about 500 grams of mince, about 240 grams of Panko breadcrumbs. Crumbs is part of that binding, so it's really important to have in there, otherwise they just fall apart. For more binding, adding in an egg as well. There's the whites of the green onions. I used about 3. You can cut them finer as well if you don't want them as chunky in the meatballs, but I quite like that crunch when I bite into them. Garlic and ginger as well. Don't forget the salt and pepper. Then the main ingredient, red curry paste. There's a lot of value to using the store-bought ones. A lot of the cooking you're still doing, a lot of the flavor you're still bringing, this is just so much easier than making your own paste. I did try making my own paste once. I threw in some lemongrass, Thai basil, tomato paste, soy sauce, fish sauce, and then I used a pestle and mortar and stuff. Came out actually pretty good, so I think you can play around with it, but I wouldn't say it was any better than buying from a jar, so you might as well get that to save yourself the time and effort. Then the part that some people love and some people hate, gotta get your hands in, get that mixed up. I'm getting some gloves though. All mixed in. Maybe use a bigger bowl next time so it doesn't overflow. I'm going to work the meat a bit as well because I want it to become quite tactile, otherwise it will just crumble and fall apart. I think for a bit of extra flavour I'm going to throw in some soy sauce as well. I love a good hit of that umami flavour. Then once it's all mixed, you want it to form into one giant ball to make sure it sticks together. Just going to clear some space now so we can lay out the meatballs. I'm laying out a tray with some baking paper because we're going to bake these in the oven. It does actually dry out the meat a bit when you. It does actually dry out the meat a bit. It does actually dry the meat out a bit cooking it in the oven as opposed to in the pan with the oil and the sauce and stuff. But you get a much neater browning over it and it helps keep the shape a bit more as well. Right, using a tablespoon to measure out equal amounts. Roll them into nice little meatballs. I'd recommend golf ball size, but if you like them chunky, make them chunky. Just bear in mind it might be a little bit longer to cook. Don't stress too much about equal size, just get them roughly close so they cook relatively the same. Makes about 18 meatballs, I think. And these are going to go into a 200-degree oven for about 15 minutes. We're going to turn them around about halfway through, and they're going to come out golden brown. They're going to be beautiful. Before I start making it, if you ask me about Thai red curry, I would have thought it takes hours to make, complex ingredients, things like that. So the fact that this version takes literally the time it takes to bake the meatballs, and it only needs a handful of ingredients, I am so on board with this. On a medium-high heat, and add some coconut oil if you got it, but any oil will do. Then throw in your red bell peppers and let them soften for about 7 or 8 minutes. You can already tell how vibrant it's going to be with the red of these peppers. Have a bit of patience with the peppers. We want them to be tender and soft. You don't want them sticking out with that crunch, so really make sure they're cooked and softened nicely. Then once you reach that point, we can add in curry paste, a bit more of that, 50 milliliters or sort of 3 tablespoons. Let that toast for about a minute just so it really incorporates with the heat and the peppers and stuff. Beautiful. Then we sprinkle in about 2 tablespoons brown sugar, a dash of fish sauce, and the juice of a lime as well. You get this kind of golden syrupy looking texture. Perfect. And then we add in what makes it so creamy and delicious, coconut milk. And get that all incorporated and mixed together. And this part is so good. Look at the colors there. Look at the way it mixes. We're gonna let that come up to a simmer. There's a good time to tidy things up and clear a bit of space because the meatballs will be about ready. Oh my God, this is gonna be good. If you like your curries thick, by the way, like an Indian sort of curry, then just use 1 can of coconut milk. Thai red curry tends to be a bit more soup-like, hence the more liquid consistency, but you're the one cooking, you're the one that makes the rules. The meatballs are about ready. Taking on some of that really nice browning color. Then we just bring this into the curry, and they can finish off cooking in there. And that is literally it. Once that's in, we'll let that simmer for a little bit longer, and it's ready to serve. Look at that. The golden color coming from the curry, the meatballs with their crispy brown exterior. I mean, if this doesn't get you excited, I don't know what does. You can throw in some frozen peas in there as well if you want a bit more green, a bit more veg or whatever. But for me, the red is all I need. I'm just gonna wait for the rice to be done, serve this up. Get a bit of fun with the presentation on this one. Press the rice down into a bowl and flip it over to a sort of bowl shape. Ladle that curry all around the edge. And doesn't that look good? I have to say, I'm pretty pleased with myself with the presentation of this, but ultimately it's about how it tastes. And oh yeah, it's sweet, it's got a bit of a kick to it. If you want, you can use more of the curry paste to get an even more goldeny red color, but wow, is that good. And with the meatballs as well, hell yes. I love meatballs as a texture when it comes to a soup or a kind of more liquid sauce. And this absolutely nails that. So good. Hope you enjoyed that recipe. As always, the ingredients and method will be in the description. Give this one a go. It is honestly fantastic for how quick and easy it is. Let me know how it goes, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, get cooking.